For this question, I'm going to show you how Next Vision evolved from several magazines that I took inspirations from. The main inspiration for my front cover was the Wallpaper magazine because it has all the features that I need to show, such as the tagline and its masthead, then to the barcode, as well as the cover lines and then the main cover line. What's more is that I really like the white background of the masthead, which was the original plan for my masthead. However, it actually looked better without it. As for the content page, I originally intended to create a layout that was similar to the New York Times magazines, which was rotating the whole contents and features at which angle I want. However, I changed back to a normal angle since it doesn't work well from what I thought, and it looked much better when I arranged them at a straight angle. For the double page spread, I have researched multiple magazines that have a simple and unique article layouts. Among them include Con magazine and Mark magazine, which have photos and text in place between the negative spaces. I really think it fits just right for a design magazine like Next Vision because for me, it looks minimal yet beautiful and organized to look at, along with the content that contains in it. All of the magazines I looked at once considered iconic design magazines and are respected in the industry. Now let's talk about the features that it has on Next Vision. For the codes and conventions of the cover page, it contains the main features such as the masthead and its tagline on the top left corner, while the barcode, price, date, issue number, and the website are on the top right corner. The cover pool, which allows me to give the idea to my current audience on what this magazine's theme is going to be shown, while attracting new audiences through their curiosity of this theme. There was the plus sign, which adds cover lines as part of other features and will appear on every other issue. And the main cover line and the main image represent the main story of this issue. Now for the codes and conventions of the contents page, includes the masthead, issue, and date on the top left corner, while the contents title, banner were on the top right corner. The main image is on the top with the main cover line rotated backwards, just like what I mentioned you about the original idea of the contents page previously. Next to those were the regular features talking about the variety of art, design, and architecture. The bottom part is the features section, which includes the features title that was rotated at the same angle as the main cover line, while the rest were the cover lines and its sub-images, including the ones from the one-on-one section. And finally, the codes and conventions of the double page spread, which I placed the issue number, main cover title, and the date on the top right corner on both pages. Just like some other design magazines, it allows the audience to know which section they're reading at and what date was the issue released. It would be like an archive in the future. I created the negative space between all of the images and the text there. I placed the drop capital at the beginning of the text. The main feature of the double page spread is to promote the main image and its main cover line of the front cover. And this is the primary reason why audiences buy the magazine. Now let's find about the similarities and differences between my magazine and the three examples. Therefore, I'm going to show that first about the front cover, starting with Wallpaper magazine. The obvious one would be the masthead, were both placed on the top left corner, while the barcodes and the price were on the top right corner. It's pretty common on almost every other magazine genres. And then the main subject or image of both magazines were placed in the middle, and both of these subjects show a direct mode of address to the readers. Now for the differences, the first one is that the upper part of wallpapers had a white background, which is where the masthead and barcode were placed. What's more is the location of the tagline, which mine was just at the bottom of the masthead, while wallpapers was slightly further to the right. What's more is the location of the tagline, which mine was just at the bottom of the masthead, while wallpapers was slightly further to the right. Also that the pool of wallpapers was different, and it has less cover lines than mine, which I suspect that the detailed cover lines could be in the contents page. For the contents page, by comparing 50/54s, the similarities were the white background that was surrounded by the sub-images and cover lines together. The white background can create a huge negative space between them. Also that both of them have a very nice layout, which the photos and the text were beautifully arranged along with the features such as the masthead and the other titles. Now what's different is that my magazine only has one page for the content page, unlike 50/54s. Therefore, 50/54s has a much more negative space than mine, as somehow I wasn't able to have enough space for the editorial credits. Now what's different is that my magazine only has one page for the content page, unlike 50/54s, and therefore it has much more negative space than mine. As a result, I wasn't able to have enough space for the editorial credits for my magazine. And somehow the main image and the cover line for 50/54s was somehow missing or wasn't clearly shown, despite the fact that it was shown on the and for the double page spread compared with Mark magazine, the similarities would mainly be the overall layout of the article, which I placed the main image on the left and then the article text and some sub-images on the right. What's more is that both have negative spaces between the text and the photos, while the main topic title was shown within the main image. And both contain some sub-images on the next page of both our double page spreads. And as for the differences, there is some more text on Mark magazine than mine. Hence, there is only one sub-image on its second page. The way I created the layout for Next Vision is that I mixed the text, the sub-images, and the quotes together, unlike Mark magazine's text layout that was more organized.